The joke that is often made, just with my peers or with my coaches, is that I just never spoke. I never said anything. I always had my hood up and just kept my head down. Now, a lot of times you can't get me to stop talking, especially about my faith. I grew up in a little bit of the just very chaotic home environment, and I didn't grow up in a Christian home either. My childhood was definitely full of a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear. My mom did suffer from alcoholism, and my parents were in the process of getting a divorce. I didn't feel like my voice really mattered, so I just, observed the world and kind of just stayed quiet. Basketball was the place I definitely felt seen, being talented or gifted at a certain thing, and so I definitely clung to it. I knew that people would see me as something instead of unlovable and unworthy. I knew that playing at the college level, it was going to be something I was definitely interested in. I did get recruited by Roberts Wesleyan. I came here and immediately loved the school. People were welcoming and graceful towards people to know that you're not alone. This is a place for growth, this is a place to learn, and I didn't have to necessarily be fearful that I didn't have a faith. It was kind of just something that was okay and accepted. Freshman year, I ended up taking Old Testament and New Testament classes, which actually got me really intrigued in it. The teacher would always have an opportunity for students to share their thoughts. It also just encouraged people to speak out, even if they didn't have that faith. The professor always met me with grace and just accepting where I was at, allowing me that safe place to kind of grow at my own speed and allow God's grace to kind of take me with it. We were doing an activity, the professor basically just asked us to just give a note to somebody in the class with an encouraging message or whatever you kind of wanted to say. And there was one student that I'd never had a conversation with who handed me a note, and the note basically just told me she was praying for me and she hopes I obtain a relationship with Jesus and I get to experience that love that Jesus offers. I definitely thought it was a thoughtful gesture. I felt, seen in that moment and cared for, but maybe in the back of my mind I knew that it was something special. I just didn't understand all of it yet. Things kind of got really hard for me mentally, just feeling, very unworthy to the max and kind of just entering that deep place of just not feeling loved or cared for. That's actually when I gave my life to Christ, that summer after my freshman year, and I feel like my life radically changed after that. Basketball was very much just about me and what I was trying to achieve through it. But I think once I obtained that relationship with Christ, it became more about serving everybody else. Being a marketing major, I definitely found a lot of my marketing and business classes to really help and prepare me within the knowledge that I needed to start my own business. I always thought it was so cool to be able to make your own clothing and to be able to spread whatever message kind of, laid on your heart. I created my clothing brand called Jesus is the Missing Piece because growing up, there was always that gap in my life, and Jesus was that missing piece. My experiences at Roberts has definitely prepared me to lead with courage. I've also thought about continuing to stay within an athletic department, just knowing that I could be that same mentor that I've met at Roberts to, other future athletes who may need that person in their life. This community is very welcoming, and they don't look at just where your faith lies, but they look at you as being a person who matters and who has value and is purposeful. The journey of being here is that you're gonna be surrounded by people who want to help you understand your purpose, understand where you can find meaning in life, and help you to turn it into something that you can do for a lifetime and actually leave a legacy doing.